Thank you. Thank you to ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we have decided to make this webinar because during the last one, it was a great interest about RFID technology. And we discovered a lot of very important things. People want to know more about this. And they want to know if seriously can be a great approach to their logistic things. And it is absolutely important, especially in this moment that we are living after the coronavirus. So finally, Etti Sicurezza is a made in Italy manufacturers of security seals, traditional ones, security bags, and many more. And for RFID product, because we are convinced that we needed to have more technology in our logistic chain. And in the same time, we can help the environment with this because we are already using recycled plastic more than 30%, including our bolt lock seal for container. He producing in recycled plastic, and he has received the certification PCR, so it means plastic second life. It is very important to know that it happens also because this kind of technology becomes cheaper and cheaper. So it means that finally we can use on large basis and can be applied for a lot of things. So not only for bolt lock seals, for plastics, for bags, for a lot of applications. I don't know, sometimes RFID technology can be used to monitoring, but also is a great help against tampering. Sometimes traditional seals is not enough. And in this case, we needed to use whatever it's possible to have and help from the technology. And this help can be used for a lot of things. So not only to improve the logistic chain, but also against tampering. So it is something that we can use for a lot of purposes. This is very important. Perhaps, I don't know if everybody knows, but radio frequency identification is much more before barcode system, because barcode system, I don't know if you know, is a funny story. It's two guys in the 1970s. They are on the beach and they are made fun with the point and the line. And one of them say, hey, if we push out the points from the line, we can create a code that it's much more small. And they say, oh my God, that's true. So this is the moment in which born barcode. RFID technology was created during the Second Mondial War. So a lot of time before. And it depends because sometimes in the war of the airplanes, you know, you are shot to someone and you are not sure if you are going to enemy or to friend. So they use this system that is a single radio impulse in which coming back, it means that this airplane was a friend. So in this way, they are be able to have less losses. And this was absolutely much more important. You know, sure, all of you recognize the evergreen vessel that remain blocked into the Suez Channel. Especially after the coronavirus, the time to move the vessel is become absolutely incredible. 70 days, 80 days to receive the cargo. So what we needed to do, we needed to create something that can automate the process. And this is absolutely important because if we can save time, whatever, this is very important because we cannot wait 2-3 months to receive a container. We need to automate and help the logistic chain whatever we can. Okay, and this is the process that after Alessio will explain you better the point of view of the reader and of the antenna. But finally, this bolt lock seal, it's very easy to use. He registered the state of itself, what it means. When he's opened, he say that it's open. When it's closed, it's closed. And when it's tampering, register the cut, the date, and the hour. So finally, we have a complete circle, and this is not can be so or expensive, or you need to be afraid that it's difficult to understand. It's very easy. It's very easy because it's just a piece of technology. Of course, we cannot, like we have done with the tarots, that he will explain better later. A pilot project, it's very basic to use before pass to a complete process in RFID. It means we can take a mobile reader, we can take few pieces of seals, the entrance to the software, and we can start to try. That's the way we need to include all the ring of the logistic chain. We need to receive what they want to know or what they want to obtain on this technology. And the pilot project, it's like a small door to enter in a final project that can be much more bigger. Okay, this is the question. What do you know about RFID or automation technology for the logistic chain? Can be used from everyone. This is very important. We have discovered that there is not enough information about this. So I think you can be also very sincere and say that, yes, okay, we don't know, we want to know more about this. And effectively, we can explain in which way it can be used from all the rings of the logistic chain. Okay, keep safe.
Thank you very much, Bruna. That is a very good overview of RFID and what you have done on the project. You mentioned two important things in your presentation, Bruna. One is you mentioned that this is more environmental friendly than the regular seal option because you're recycling 30% of the plastic. And clearly there is a strong emphasis on being environment friendly going forward. So that is an important factor. And I'd like to just understand from you, based on your interaction with your clients, to what extent do you see this being a key factor for clients also thinking about using these seals? And specifically with regards to RFID technology, you mentioned that the cost of this technology have come down by 200% in the last 10 years, which seems quite significant to me. Can you tell us how much does this technology cost and how can this cost be explained in the logistics chain?
Yes, of course. I make you an example. If we consider during the first test that we have done more than 15 years ago, a tag that it's a part of the seal with RFID technology cost, I can give an example, €5, €6, and it was a fortune at the time. So this was a great stop to the improve of this technology. But nowadays, a tag that it's also must be implemented easily in front of 15 years ago can cost 30 cents, 25 cents. So finally, the difference, it's enormous. You have a piece that it becomes reachable for everyone. And also the question of the environment is that finally we have a machinery that can reduce again the plastic to be used again first. So this is a great. The second, when you go to the gate, for example, and the truck cannot stop for hours, we have a lot of emission of CO2 that is not in the environment. Because if the truck passes the speed, we don't have other emission. That it will be one of our, one of the first problem of the near future. We're talking about 2050. If we don't find a system to have less CO2, we will have a lot of problem, in the air, in our foods, agriculture, everything. So it's a small piece, but it's a small piece of plastic recyclable, small piece less CO2. So finally, this technology gives a great help